For us, I think we had a lot of opportunities in the game. Hit the post, hit the bar. I think from our point of view, to give away two goals like that is obviously very disappointing. But credit to Cincinnati, I thought at times they showed a bit of quality, and they capitalised on the opportunities that they got. So good luck to them.
It's so long since you lost a game. Does it feel any different? Do you just absorb it as part of the season?
No, I mean, for me, our players have been tremendous all season, and I'm not going to come out and say anything. I couldn't be proud of our guys. I think they've been brilliant all season. I think the fight that they've shown, the quality that they've shown. I think for them to play the way they have, I can be really, really proud. Even today, we weren't at our best today, but we still had, I think, 15, 16 shots. We still had opportunities to go and score. So I think our guys deserve a lot of credit. We didn't play at our best today. We know that, but it happens, and you react from it. We're men, so we accept it and we move on.
James, how much did the heat affect you guys today?
Yeah, look, it was very hot. Obviously, it was hot for them as well. I think it's very easy for me now that we've lost to come up and say, it was really hot and make excuses and say, okay, there was a high foot potentially for the first goal, or the ball was out for a throw in. Look, we're not about that. We don't make excuses. We give our best every time. Unfortunately, we didn't win today. I felt we had good opportunities to go and do something. We were a little bit unfortunate at times, but it is what it is. We're not going to stand and make any excuses.
Harks mentioned how his first-year club is learning as the season goes on. Right now it's in the middle, and it takes on a different mentality than it did begin in the year. You guys went through that last year. What is this time of year like for a first-year club?
Well, I'll let John figure it out. I'm certainly not going to try and give any help to them. So, no, look, credit to Cincinnati. They've got a great thing going here. They've got great support, and got some good players. They've got a good coach. So, we wish them all the very best. We're obviously very disappointed with the result. But as I say, I stand very, very proud of our guys and very proud of all our players. So, we'll accept it and we'll analyse it as always, and then we'll move on.
Chances really ramped up in the second half there with some substitutions. Magnus in particular, how has he developed since kind of working back, rehabbing from his surgery?
Yeah, it's been difficult for Magnus because obviously he wants to play, and I've spoken with this before. We wanted to try to get him game time, but we don't have a reserve team, so it's been trying to manage that situation and his fitness. And then equally, the guys that have been playing have been doing really well as well, so it becomes sort of a case of trying to juggle a few balls. But Magnus has got great qualities. You saw from his strike when he hits the post. So for us, it's great to have him back, and great that he's been able to get a little bit more fitness in today. So it's pleasing that we have that, and we've got players that can come on and can affect games. Because I thought that certainly second half we were unlucky. We hit the post to the bar. We got in behind him a couple of chances, some good opportunities maybe that we should have perhaps capitalised on it. And look, on another day, I think we go and we score a few goals here, not just one. So I think it happens like that sometimes, where you don't get to live the green, where other days you go and you stick all them chances away. So it happens. You need to look at it, but there's a couple of things that we spoke about internally that we're not overly pleased with. But again, that's how we operate. We keep things inside. That's the way I operate. As I say, I'm very, very pleased with the players. I think they've been tremendous all season, so I've been really, really proud of the way they've performed.
Talk about accepting it, analysing it, and moving on. Are you not the type to brew?
Oh, listen, it's completely ruined my weekend. Don't be fooled. Look, this isn't, it's a good job my wife and kids are away, because, all the rest of the night and tomorrow you forget about it. I'll analyse it, but from a perspective of the player's standpoint, it's easy when you're winning games, and then, as a coach, to come out and then to, throw players under the bus. That's not how I operate. I'm really proud of the guys that I have. They've been tremendous, and we've been on a long unbeaten run. That doesn't happen by chance. It happened because we've got really good players with a good mentality. So, again, I'm hugely disappointed as they are. But we're not going to be hightailing it or doing anything daft tonight. It's, I'm sure it's really irritating. But
is there any sort of silver lining that comes out of today?
Maybe Monday morning, when I sit down and start to go through it. I think I'm sure I'll find something to be happy with. But at the moment, it's always hard when you lose. That's the difficulty with it, especially when you're as competitive as we are. When you've got such a competitive group, I think there's always disappointment when you lose.
Is that
As
something-
there needs to be. You know, I don't expect anyone to be dancing on tables when you get beat.
Is that something you have to learn as a coach to process it differently than maybe? when
I
you're
think
young?
for me it's perspective. I think it's making sure that you look at things with perspective. It's easy to get high emotionally when you win and get low. I mean, look, we're top of the league, you know, so equally it's disappointing that we've been beaten, but we're top of the league for a reason, because we've got really good players. And for me it's analysing today's performance, you know, and I'll sit down, I'll watch it myself, and then I'll sit down with the guys individually and we'll go through things like we always do, and we'll pull out the pieces that we're happy with and some pieces that we think we can be better at, and that's generally how we like to operate.
Mentally coming in here, you knew it'd be hard, playing a good team, playing a rival, playing for a cup. Mentally, is it any different than playing at a different location on the road?
No, it's a challenge. I think you know, for us we were hopeful that we'd go and perform like we had done in the 2 games previous to Cincinnati, because I felt that the 2 games previous we'd more than enough, especially at home, to go and win the game. Today there's a couple of things I didn't think we dealt with particularly well, but it happens. I think you get games like that where maybe you don't necessarily do the things that you would have hoped. It happens, but when I look at the bigger picture, when I look at the run we've been on, and I look at the quality of the players we have and how they've performed, I'm certainly going to stand here and I'm going to back those guys 100%, because I have tremendous belief in them, and I'm really, really proud of them.